Roland Posma. I'm Design Week South Africa. I also wear another hat called Young Urbanists. And we're here today to show young people and the public, government, private sector, that safer streets are possible. So as I've said, we're about safer streets. So part of Design Week is we want to show design is not just furniture, it's not your usual suspects, it's urban planning, it's transportation, it's minibus taxis. And we're using something called street experiments in Bath Avenue at Rosebank, part of Go Rosebank, to show that safer streets as young people, to make our streets safer, slower, through tactical urbanism, and design is relevant. It's not just this idea, phantom idea, it's everyday urbanism. Young Urbanists is about creating a platform for people to connect, change our cities. We operate across the country, and all we care about is accountability, strengthening democracy, and really finding solutions in our streets, in our communities, around not just the transportation crisis, but also the housing and the environment, and much more. Instagram, WhatsApp, it's free to join. You don't have to be an architect or an urban planner. You can be anyone, a doctor, economist, but it's about how can we work together to change the direction of our cities, address apartheid spatial planning, and really build the contemporary African city, not around private cars, but around people.
My name is Michaela Donaldson. I'm the precinct manager for the Rosebank Management District. We work with them as Local Abode, which is a precinct management company. We manage a number of city improvement districts across the city. Rosebank is one of the premier destinations in Joburg, and we put in a lot of work with our board and with our members to try and look at new ways of making Rosebank work. A big piece of that puzzle is making it more accessible. Rosebank is one of the most walkable districts from a safety, from an experience, from an environment perspective. We've got beautiful tree coverage, you've got shade, you've got good scale in terms of the streetscape, and we're really looking as a district to say, how can we improve this area? How can we make it more usable? How can we make it more inviting to people coming into this space? So this project, particularly during Transport Month, is asking that question of, what do we need to do to our roads to make them work better? How can we accommodate the users of this space? And some things may work, some things might not, but we really need to start asking those questions and exploring different ways to enhance the street experience.
It's Carolyn Mitchell. I'm a board member on Rosebank Management District, and I've been a resident in the Greater Rosebank area for many years. The City of Johannesburg has adopted a number of policies around climate change and around changing how much emissions go into the air and into the atmosphere. And one of the things is that they want to do is get people onto the streets and actually walking and cycling. But they seem to be a bit hamstrung. I'm sure it's budget, politics, who knows. And actually all of these great initiatives that have been sitting in their policy pipeline for about 10 years have never been actioned. So we as the district thought that this is one of those areas in the city that there are a lot of pedestrians, a lot of people walking, all different age groups, all different abilities, from moms with prams to people in wheelchairs. We thought that this would actually be a really good initiative, bring awareness to the area, and remind people that cycling is not just for the lycra set and the sports people, it's also for people who are old like me, who just want to get somewhere quickly, and it's an easy, comfortable, healthy way of getting around the city. Thanks.
Hello, my name is Hazel and I am the store manager at Asher 11 in Parkhurst. So right now we have our spring collection out. It is called the Bicoral range, and it's also the Mombasa Sunrise. And we're having even more styles coming in soon. So people must come in and try some items on. And Asher 11 is known for our wonderful prints and our incredible materials that we use. We are a sustainable fashion brand, so we're very conscious of the materials used to make the items that we do. We literally just opened on the 20th of June, and we've been doing and going strong ever since. You guys can find us on Instagram, that's Asha_11, the word, not the numericals. So our address at Asha11 in Parkhurst is 34 4th Avenue, in 4th Avenue, like I said, shop number 2.
Hello, my name is Chilfato Chinyane. I am a creative artisan and designer and the founder of Bora Studios. Bora Studios is a culinary design studio that aims to celebrate the art, design and creativity of the Southern Hemisphere. And today we are here with Design Week South Africa and Gasm Studios, forming a pop-up and a culinary experience that's going to be fun later on. Essentially, we are curating the space and the set design in a sense that speaks to the latest collection, and also making culinary experiences and tasting that is inspired by the creations themselves. So today people can expect to see a set design and activation. Later on, we're having a culinary design, a culinary experience where we're going to have a chef that's going to be preparing the meals that are inspired by the African art and design. You can follow us on Instagram at Bora and Gasm Studios.
I'm Matila Moshokwa from Path Nomad. I'm the creative director and producer of exhibitions and experiences in our gallery.
And I'm JD. I own Topolansky Fine Furniture. So we came together in a nice collaboration to create a nice shopping experience with a bit of a twist. So I'd love you guys to look around as well.
So today is a collaboration between Path Nomad, Trove and Topolansky. It's fine furniture, African artifacts and art. So it's a shopping experience where you come in and you'll see different nodes and different settings, and all for the experience, obviously, for a shopper looking for something amazing for their home.
From my point of view, we brought in quite a few new leather products, which is quite nice. Leather sofas, cool coffee tables, just different designs. The unusual kind of things you don't find in every furniture store. Although this is a cool collaboration, but there's some cool stuff.
Yeah, and the point is also not to, it doesn't feel like a furniture store. It feels like something that you go to find treasures.
How do we say these days? We create moments.
We create moments,
Little
yes.
moments
Yes,
everywhere.
the whole experience is a moment. On social media, we are Path Nomad, at Path Nomad. And we are also located at 44 Stanley in Johannesburg.
And you can find us on Instagram, Topolansky Furniture. We have a furniture showroom in Cromwell, Sandton, and also in Pretoria East. And there's some exciting developments for another store opening soon in Pretoria as well.
And I'm Dee, and we are Big Dreamer Productions.
Hi, I'm Bitumelo Makosu.
I'm Denzel.
And we are Latitudes.
Yes, that's true.
Today we are on a third day of Design Week South Africa. So we at LCA at the moment, Latitude Center for the Arts. We had a walkabout earlier with Useno Port, Lauren Opia, Viola Khwailang, and then who else am I forgetting? Yolanda Mazwana, where we were just doing an artist walkabout, speaking about a project that Kalishnikov has called Objects. And then I'm going to allow Denzel to speak about the show that we have within the space.
So the initial prompt was to produce an exhibition for Design Week. So naturally we chose clay and ceramic objects, mostly to exhibit as part of Objects by Kalashnikov. But then we wanted to have a painting show alongside that, and kind of sparking this dialogue around value and what is collectible, right? So we're pushing the boundaries of what is collectible in terms of presenting these objects, but in looking at painting, we're thinking about the fact that while many objects, like say Lauren Opia's work right here, could act as a vase or something of, it could be functional. A painting isn't functional, but it maintains a kind of value which is not tied to function. Something about the beauty of it, something about the allure, even of just this thing hanging on a wall brings you back time and time again to something felt. So that's the Unturning Wheel alongside Objects by Kalashnikov.
And I'm a ceramic sculptor focusing mainly on abstract sculptures. So I focus mainly on exploring the transforming of an identity. The whole inspiration came from when we immigrated and then I moved back and forth and my whole family got split up over the world. And the whole idea of we as humans constantly change. Our identity constantly grows, constantly evolves, if I can use that word. And the whole idea behind the shapes of my works are from stalagmites and stalactites, like in a cave representing a safe space. And these forms keep growing. So with water, it keeps elaborating and growing very slowly, but there's always something changing. And I like that idea of it constantly moving and changing and going somewhere.
My name is Mpho Vakia. I am the founder and creative director of The Urban Native, a furniture and product design studio based in Johannesburg, South Africa.
Hi, I'm Zaidia Burtis. I am co-owner of Romaria Knitwear and Something Good Studio.
I think our collaborations never ending. So this is just a part of the work that we've been doing for a while, I would say.
Yeah, we've met each other 6 years ago and it was instant. We liked each other.
That's true. And we, I think, really liked what the other was doing and really respected
Huge
what the
fans
other was
of
doing.
each other's work.
Yeah, and we waited for the right time to be able to be okay, this seems like something we could do together. So it started with the Nenzima blanket that we did.
Yes.
Then the Nasara chair that we did. And then early this year, Zidia started saying, so, we're thinking of doing this. I don't know if you're interested. And and it all built up from there. I think respecting each other's work and the way that we work and letting each other do what they're good at.
Yes, exactly. I'm wearing the new addition to our Kusafiri collection in collaboration with the Urban Native.
She's gorgeous. I mean, Zidia is gorgeous as well. So, obviously, the way that I work is always very much a part of storytelling. And when Zidia and Carla came up to me and they were like, we're thinking of a collaboration, it's a safari vibe. And I was like, okay, where does the name safari come from? When I started, I researched a lot. I nerd out on information and it's started researching and I realized that Kusafiri, the name, is Swahili. So all the names of the pieces in the collection, they're all Swahili. I am not Swahili, but I found that with each piece that we launch, we're learning a bit about the Swahili language, learning a bit about the landscape, learning a bit about cultural references and things like that. And that is very much how the Urban Native works. We as we teach you, we're learning about it and trying to be as respectful as we can to the cultures and the languages that we research, because we are just sharing what we find. We are not experts at it. But so this is the Nika overcoat, which means I think it's very much related to water and water as a life source, and when I was doing research I also found out that there is a tribe along Tanzania and Kenya that is the Nika tribe, And I was like, oh my gosh, this is so my thing. I love trying. so that came about in that way. But we have the Mua t-shirt, which is the flowers, and each name represents all the things that you see while you're on safari, while you're traveling. So like the flowers and the mountains and the lake. So it's very much a thing where we just weave one story into another, which is very much from Maria's
into the fabric.
So
this represents
so all the values and that. So it's like absolutely very much that, and it's very organic how we name the pieces, how the stories come about. So yeah, then that's how Nika came about.
Yes, so we've been introducing our collaboration in parts. So we work very organically on each piece, and when it's ready, we introduce it. And our collaboration is ever evolving and not ending.
Yeah. It's like a journey. It's like going on safari.
Exactly.
It's like a safari. So it's very much that. It's like a constant journey of building and that. So love that.
223 Jan Smits is one of our biggest representatives. They host a beautiful collection of our knitwear. Alternatively, on our website, please follow us on the socials, Andre Maria and Something Good Studio. And we stock beautiful boutique stores and gallery shops all over South Africa and internationally. On our website, there's a list of stockers, so make sure to find the one closest to you.
Yeah. And you can also buy them online.
Yes, exactly.
Jaffe, and I am creative director of Guillotine, which is a fashion brand, and it's actually a physical store where we also represent top South African female-led ethical and sustainable brands. So it's almost like it's also a hub space. It's the flagship store and it's a hub space of other South African brands. So for Design Week, we decided to showcase our in-store brands, and every in-store brand had a launch of their own collection, spring collection. So for instance, Romaria had their new Kusafari jacket out, Pishiluk had the Mer collection out, and Guillotine had the spring rites of passage out. So we all and it was by sheer coincidence that it was then Design Week, and all the brands were sort of launching their new spring collections. So then we just decided to put it all together and then just have people come and experience it for Design Week. The store is located and has been for 14 years at 44 Stanley Avenue. We've been here for a while and we change it quite regularly. And we also online, very much online too. So those two places. So in Meta and in Real, yeah.